Hey, it's Samantha, and this is Ever After Adventures, where we chase the magic, outsmart the chaos, and make Disney work for us. Before we dive in, if you can plan a stroller route and a nap schedule, you can hack Disney like a world pro. And if you think adult things at Disney means sitting on a bench with a churro, well, buckle up. Let's rope drop this. Okay, picture this. You're in Disney, it's 2 p.m., you're hot, your phone battery's at 12%, someone just asked for snacks again, and you're holding a drink that melted before you can even enjoy it. And you have thought, why does this feel like work? Now, same trip, it's sunset, you're sitting with a drink in your hand, there's no crowd around you, you're watching animals walk across the savannah like actual giraffes, just casually living their life. And you're like, this is what I thought this trip would feel like. Same park, same vacation, completely different experiences. So today, I'm not giving you a list. I'm giving you 5 experiences that actually feel like that second version, where you slow down, where it feels elevated, where you're like, okay, this is worth every dollar. So let's start with the pixie dust, the best thing Disney got right this week. What's the sparkle? For me, this week's pixie dust moment is Disney leaning into premium small group experiences that actually give you time to breathe. Not another line or another interactive cue. I'm talking things like Savor the Savannah or La Cava experience that feel curated, luxe, and worth the splurge when you need a real reset. We go to Disney with our kids, we go to Disney without our kids, and it's always funny when we say we're going without our kids because people are like, "Well, what is there to do for adults?" There's first of all, there's a whole group called the Disney Day Drinkers Club, which I am a part of. There's coins, it's a great community. I just love it so much, and I have learned a lot from them where all the fun things to do. Like when you think about it, there are adults living in the Disney World bubble area. So there has to be fun things. And also, I was talking to a bartender at Geo 82 when we went in August, and he was saying, like, over the pandemic, the adults are the thing that kept Disney going. And that is something that I know people complain pre 2020, Disney was so much better. But on the adult side, they've really leaned into how much these adults are paying and coming, and they have the experience. Whenever we go, people are like, "Wait, I didn't know that this existed. I didn't know you could do that. That looked so much fun." And it's not just Drink Around the World, which we will talk about, but there are a lot of different things that we're going to get into. So here's the plot twist. Here's the mistake people are making. They're spending money on the wrong things. You're going to spend $200 on merch, $150 on snacks, $60 on drinks, and you're barely going to enjoy it, but hesitate on experiences that actually change the trip. So I personally think that's a little bit backwards because the only thing you remember later, like I do have some Disney merch from my last trip that I love, but there are so many things, like, I think about the avocado margarita almost every day. We actually went out to dinner last week, and the bartender made us avocado kiwi margaritas. It was so cool. And that's just, like, something that you can experience all the time rather than just, like, wearing your shirt around or thinking about the popcorn but an experience, it's much better. It's proven in science is better than actual physical things. So here's the magic move. Let's talk about these top 5 things. So first we have Sangria University, which is in Coronado Springs. So you're going to walk into this quiet, tucked away lounge at Coronado Springs. You're already feeling like you escaped the parks. It's dim, it's calm, there's soft music, no chaos, no kids running around. You sit down at a long table and they hand you fresh fruit, wine, ingredients, and you're not just drinking. Again, it's a part of the experience. You're making the sangria. They walk you through why certain wines work, how to balance the flavors, what actually makes it good versus sugary. You're tasting as you go, you're talking, you're laughing. There's no rush. Something that I did not unfortunately do this experience yet, but during the pandemic, my one friend had a milestone birthday, and one of the things she did was she hired someone from Portugal to do a sangria making class. And I was alone by myself in my kitchen, pouring the wine and the fruit and following the directions. And that was super fun. So I can only imagine how awesome Sangria University is with a bunch of people. You're good. One of the big things at Disney is everyone's checking your phone, you're stressed, you're running everywhere. But at this, that's not happening. And you're thinking, wait, this exists in Disney World. And so that's why I wanted to highlight that one. Number 4 is well known. It's Trader Sam's Grotto in the Polynesian. You walk in, It's so different than many Disney experiences. It's dark, it's jungle vibes, low ceilings. You feel like you found something like that you weren't supposed to. And it is very like speakeasy-ish because if you didn't know it was there, you would think it's just like a closet or something. And walking into it is so cool because you do get those vibes. And hopefully you walk in when someone has gotten a special drink because if you know, you know. You sit down barely because it's packed. So that is something that you have to sit with other people, which I don't know if I like it or I don't like it. Of course, like it's the best bang for Trader Sam's buck to have people sit together, but then like it's kind of loud, so you're trying to be nice. And it's dark, so anyway, that's the least thing I like about it, but you order a drink, okay? There are special drinks. The entire room reacts. The lights flicker, the thunder sounds, the cast member yelling something, they're spraying some water in the air. It's very dramatic and everyone is on it. And it's not just a drinking experience, it's a whole show. Your drink can show up smoking, glowing, sometimes literally doing too much. And you're laughing because, like, it's ridiculous, but also you're fully immersed in it. This is not relaxing adult Disney. This is I cannot believe this is happening in Disney, and honestly, like, it's super fun to go there with your friends, and they're again, you don't have to get one of the specialty drinks. They have such a great the cast members are in great character, and I just find it so fun, and it's also pretty hard to get into, so that's something that you wanna make sure that you can make a reservation. And fun fact that I talked about on another episode was that when we were there and staying at the Polynesian, if you're on the property, you can check in for the wait list. It also started opening up a little bit earlier. So they're trying to make it better. And yeah, we just really like it. All right, number three, we
Burnout.
had to include drinking around the world, but we're going to actually enjoy it. Let me paint this correctly. You're walking into Mexico Pavilion. It's dark inside, cool air hits immediately. There's that slow river ride to your left, the pyramids glowing. Feels like nighttime even in the middle of the day. Then you walk up to La Cava del Tequila. They hand you an avocado margarita. Again, I know it sounds weird. It's not. It's smooth, cold, slightly creamy, not overly sweet. You take that sip and immediately you're like, okay, this is dangerous. To drink around the world. That is something that I just love. And if anyone says start in Canada, you're wrong. We start in Mexico. I can't imagine going all around the world and ending in Mexico. And another fun thing, even though I did go to Disney growing up my whole life, I never knew there was a ride in Mexico until I was, like, in my 20s, which is so embarrassing. But anyway, I do. I feel like when you walk into that Mexico pavilion, like, it's such a different experience. You feel like you've been transported somewhere else. And not all the pavilions do feel that way, which is, like, interesting, but I do feel like Mexico absolutely, gets it. So, let's talk about the top drinks to drink around the world when you're starting in Mexico. So, first, you're gonna get the La Cava avocado margarita. Also, another fun thing is that during the Festival of the Arts, they usually have a special drink where you can get a cup with it. So, look out for those. Some people like the strawberry margaritas, but personally, my favorite is the avocado. Then you're gonna go to Norway, you're gonna get a Viking coffee. You can get it hot or cold. I've gotten both. I think I like the cold better just because, like, I've gotten, to start my day, the hot one, and it's really very strong. But I think that the cold one makes you feel like you're not really drinking alcohol. China, the Tipsy Ducks are going to be one that you really, in China, Tipsy Ducks in Love or the Mango Gingerita is really good in China. Germany, the grapefruit Hefeweizen, which I really love, or a Riesling Flight, which is on my husband and I's list to get a wine tasting in Germany because it seems super fun. I feel like we've been too busy to stop in and enjoy it. And the one time he did try, the guy was like on break. But anyway, the grapefruit Hefeweizen is so good. Italy, you're going to get an Italian margarita or a Prosecco or an Aperol Spritz. The US, you're going to get spiced rum cocktail or a local craft beer. They usually have a lot of those. Japan, get yourself some sake, some violet sake, or a Tokyo Sunset. You can get any of those. Morocco, you can get a Mediterranean beer or the Sultan's Colada. France, everyone knows it's the frozen Grand Marnier slushy. But for me, we love going, I guess I won't gatekeep this spot, to the little champagne bar right in the back of France. We always get a Moet or Veuve or whatever. It's the perfect part of our day. It's so special to us. Yeah. And then you're going to go to UK, you're going to go to the Rose and Crown, you're going to get a Guinness or a Harp or maybe a half and half, which is what I usually get. And then you can go to Canada and get the Ottawa apple cocktail, or of course, you can end with non-alcoholic and get some or maple popcorn. Sorry, I got caramel popcorn yesterday, but yes, the maple popcorn is so good. And don't forget, you can also do a La Cava experience in Mexico at Epcot. It's around $180 per person, plus tax and gratuity. It's intimate, it's tequila forward, and it's presented by the pros who teach you how to taste, not just pour and hope. That's how I am. It's for adults who love learning while sipping, and this is great. You feel cultured and maybe slightly taller as well. But that's also on our bucket list. We're going to stay in Epcot with number two, the Geo 82 fireworks experience. You walk in and you're going to feel smug. And I mean that in the best way, because outside everyone is dealing with their chaos, and inside you're seated in the air. You have a space, you're handed a drink. It's not in a plastic cup. It's like a real moment. Desserts, small bites, you're grazing, you're talking, you're not guarding your spot like it's survival mode. And then the lights will dim, the fireworks start, and you're not craning your neck, you're not being pushed, you're not holding a child while someone records in front of you, they're not on someone's shoulder, you're just watching. And really, that's when it hits. This is what I thought fireworks at Disney would feel like. The Geo 82 fireworks experience at Epcot is premium viewing party for around $179 per person. Fireworks at Epcot are a sensory hug and reserved seating, snacks, and fewer people elbowing you for a photo. You're suddenly feeling emotional in a perfectly acceptable, grown way. Geo82 just came out with some new cocktails, so be aware of those as well. Our number one is going to be Savor the Savannah. It's $199 per person, and you're going to think of it as a date night for your inner zoologist. It's an after hours small group tour at Animal Kingdom. It includes a guided tram across the savannah at sunset, a 5-course menu, selected wines, cocktails, and the kind of close up animal moments that make your camera go, I didn't sign up for this responsibility. For $199, yes, you're paying for exclusivity and ambiance. As a mom, I can say paying so my kid doesn't spill my cocktail at 7 p.m. is totally worth it. So why does this matter? Disney is giving adults permission to do Disney their way, not just with kids. Small group food and drink experiences are curated, Instagram friendly, and guilt-free. That's the pixie dust experience that respect your time and taste. But not everything sparkling is actually gold. Let's turn to the part where I roll my eyes. Time for some real talk. For every exceptional premium experience, there's a trend that is being sold as a must do when it's really optional, it's overpriced, or it's both. So, an overhyped example would be trading your sanity for next level exclusivity at every turn. There's a thing where adults feel like you must do every paid experience and have a real Disney trip in order to have a real Disney trip. So you book Geo 82, you book Savor the Savannah, you book Sangria University, and suddenly your trip is like costing a mortgage. And all of these things, like I said, are great, but not every trip needs them. Pick one hero experience and let the rest be range free. This is like when we went overboard with all the character dinings. It was so expensive, but a great time. But like now we just book one or two. It's not a big deal. Specific frustration that I may have is Trader Sam's Grotto at the Polynesian. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, the place is a mood, the tiki cocktails, the playful theatrics, and the volcanic rum vibes. But it's small, it's dark, it's loud. And like I said, it gets packed. If you're picturing a breezy paradise where you quietly sip a cocktail and listen to island breezes, you will be disappointed because it's rowdy, and that's part of the charm. Unless you wanted romance and got a frat party, you are in. You'll be fine. So my strategy is go late night after the fireworks or make a semi-flexible plan to kind of wait for a lull. Another overhyped thing, trying to drink your way around Epcot in one day. The drinking around the world flex is like classic adult rite of passage. Don't worry, I've done it. La Cava's avocado margarita, the Viking coffee, the frozen Grand Marnier. But attempting the whole loop with zero strategy is either a hangover in progress or a missed opportunity to actually enjoy treats. You'll be on your feet for 10 plus hours and you'll be staggering around at 2 p.m. So let's talk about a pain point, the value versus the experience. Sangria University is $70 to $80 per person. It's fun, it's interactive, it's hands-on. But if you're on a budget, if you're a budget conscious adult, weigh what you think, whether you want one class or several $8 drinks, it's about priorities. Spend on your experience that give you the story you're going to tell at dinner, not just that Instagram post, even though I love a good Instagram post. Okay, enough with the eye rolls. Time to pivot to the practical. Here's what you can do tomorrow to make your trip feel both indulgent and intentional. So, if I were you, the magic move, the 3-tier plan: one hero, two sips, three fast pass moves. Slash lightning lane, I guess, but I liked fast pass saying it better. One hero experience. So pick one splurge. Choose one premium experience per trip to be your hero. Example, pick Savor the Savannah if you want quiet, small group animal viewing and a curated menu, or La Cava experience if you want a tequila and tasting deep dive, or, GO82 if your fireworks and chill VIP viewing is your jam. Why one? Because a single hero experience gives you a memory anchor without bankrupting the trip. No regret. Two sips, food and drink micro splurge. So pick two food and drink micro splurges to pair with your heroes. So La Cava avocado margarita for Epcot, evening at Trader Sam's for the atmosphere, or Sangria University if you want boozy class vibes. Make these tactical. So for example, schedule the La Cava experience during midday so you can be mellow for evening fireworks, or reserve Trader Sam's as a post fireworks wind down. Three fast pass moves for modern lightning lane strategy. Like I said, rope drop the big rides you love: Flight of Passage, Rise of the Resistance, Guardians. Get there early. Trust me, you'll thank me. Use lightning lanes wisely. Pick midday return for Slinky Dog or Big Thunder Mountain now that it's back open, if you want to avoid long afternoon lines. Book a lightning lane for one nighttime show or top tier ride. That sleep will pay off. So here's a concrete itinerary example for adults for Epcot. So the morning, arrive for rope drop at Frozen Ever After or Remy if you care. Get that ride during low crowds. Afternoon, book the La Cava experience if it's available, or schedule relaxed food hall time with pro level sit down. In the evening, leisurely snacks around the world showcase, hitting Norway's Viking coffee for some extra caffeine and France's frozen Grand Marnier slushy. Then at night, hit up the GO82 fireworks experience to cap the night with reserved viewing, no elbowing, no cross park sprinting. Now, pro mom life tips. Let's get that nap buffer. Schedule a 60 to 90-minute mid-afternoon downtime, hotel room or shaded bench. Your mood will thank you. Make sure you hydrate, make sure you snack, pack a refillable water bottle, schedule a fruit stop between the countries. Make sure your shoes are orthotic friendly sandals. Fashion is a decision, but comfort is going to win. Make sure that they're, I always wear my Brooks running shoes, but people always ask about sandals too. All right, you've got the plan. Now the part where I speak to you directly, as a coach who drinks too much coffee. So if I were you, I'd stop trying to do everything and start doing what feeds me. That's not permission. That's going to be a strategy for you. You have limited vacation bandwidth, limited patience, and probably limited lipstick that lasts through humidity. So please prioritize. So specifics: if you want connection, schedule Savor the Savannah. That sunset tram and unhurried food will reset your relationship with travel. It's not indulgence. It's going to be restoration. If you want culture and cocktails, do the La Cava experience and plan your world showcase around it. Taste with intention, ask questions, act like you're learning something, because you are. If you want spectacle without crowds, get the GO82 fireworks. People think seeing fireworks means fighting for a curb. Doesn't have to be that way. If you want atmosphere and a story, go to Trader Sam's, but go in with expectations. Expect fun and noise, not quiet. So in the next 72 hours, pick one hero experience and book it. Booking creates commitment, and that little decision will shape the rest of your planning energy. Remember, don't ask permission from your travel group. Sell that one thing you want. And if you're worried about money, pick a different hero. A perfect Epcot dinner can be cheaper than multiple paid experiences, but pick one. Doing nothing special is its own decision, but you rarely regret spending it on a brilliant memory. Okay, so let's land this plane with some sanity and a smile. Today's top 5 adult things at Disney World are represented through the hero experiences we talked about: Savor the Savannah, La Cava experience, GO82 fireworks, Trader Sam's, and Sangria University. Remember the magic move: one hero, two sips, three fast pass moves. Prioritize, plan, and protect your nap time. A quick mom note: bring a mini first aid kit, wet wipes, and backup snacks. You'll feel like you outsmarted the day when everyone else is hangry and you have an emergency granola bar. Also, wear deodorant. That's non-negotiable. So thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you love this episode, do the thing that helps small podcasts grow. Share it with a friend who needs a grown-up Disney plan. Leave a review or send me a story of your own adult Disney moment. I read them. I really do. So keep chasing the magic, skip the chaos, and I'll meet you on Main Street.